Good morning to you. Here are the stories Action News is tracking right now. A second arrest made in the deadly shooting of a Palo Verde student. The 18-year-old suspect was driving the car from which the shots were believed to be fired. And the suspect who killed college student Breonna Dennison is taunting police this morning. Find out why a pair of underwear, that pair right there, is crucial to the investigation. And it's a landslide for Senator Barack Obama and John McCain. The two candidates pick up more states, the latest on the race to the White House. Coming up next. Good morning to you. Glad to have you with us here bright and early on this Wednesday morning, or perhaps it's late for you if you're just coming in. We've got Kim Smith, who's looking at our morning drive today. She is ready to roll. What do we have out there, Kim?
I am ready to roll, and so are the cones that are sitting on the roadways all by themselves because there's just a couple of people out there. This is the Southern Beltway 215 east of the 15, and we've just got a few people heading into town early. All right, and also taking a look along the resort corridor 15 and Flamingo. A few early birds on the roadways out there as we transition over, but not a lot of delays as of yet. Tonight, there's going to be construction that's going to affect you if you travel 15 southbound. Right at Lamb, they're going to block the right-hand lane. Now this is going to be ongoing Wednesday through Friday evening, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Right lane closed for construction. So NDOT says just to use follow the detour signs that are up there and just use some caution. But otherwise, no accidents to report this Wednesday morning. That's the first check on your problem solver traffic.
An Action News update this morning. A second suspect is behind bars in connection with the murder of a Palo Verde High School student. 18-year-old Ezekiel Williams was booked into the Clark County Detention Center last night on charges of accessory to murder and attempted murder. Police say he was driving the car from which the shots were fired. Yesterday, the 16-year-old accused of murdering the Palo Verde freshman Christopher Privet went before a judge. Gerald Davison is being held at the Juvenile Detention Center on charges of murder and attempted murder. It's up to the DA now to decide if he will be charged as an adult. Davison's father told the judge his son didn't do it and is concerned about where he will be held.
We're not going to send him over to the county or to the jail, the other jail?
Upon signing the transportation order, he'll be transferred to the county jail.
Can I get him to stay here?
That'll be a determination that could be made by the Justice of the Peace.
Well, as they left the courtroom, Davison's parents hugged him goodbye, expressed their sympathy for the family and the victim of the victim's family there. Now, students at Palo Verde High School headed back to class for the first time yesterday since Friday's shooting. There was a lot of security around the school, and counselors were there to help with the grief.
It gets you thinking, obviously, just about a lot of stuff. Think about his family, if anything, actually, and just the hard troubles that they've gone through because of this.
Action News spoke with Clark County Superintendent Dr. Walt Rolfus yesterday. He says the district needs to look ahead and see if there's something they can do to prevent this from happening again. Christopher Privet will be laid to rest tomorrow at Palm Mortuary. A viewing is scheduled from 3 to 6 p.m. The funeral will begin at 6. Action News will continue to follow the investigation into the Palo Verde murder. Keep it tuned to Channel 13 Action News for any updates. You can also check information on our website anytime, ktnv.com. Other news for you this morning. A former high school coach accused of getting a student pregnant and then helping her get an abortion is expected in court today. Police say Kenneth Craig was working as a substitute teacher and an assistant track coach at Las Vegas High School. When he met the female student back in 2006, Craig could end up standing trial on felony sexual misconduct charges. Oh, it's red, white, and blue 2008, a record turnout in Hawaii in the caucuses over there. It's Barack Obama's 10th consecutive victory, winning the state where he was born. That's not good news for Senator Hillary Clinton, who's falling further and further behind Obama in the delegate count. But she's not giving up, and neither is Republican contender Mike Huckabee, who trails John McCain. ABC's Marty Johnson has more from Washington.
Barack Obama was already campaigning in Texas when he won in Wisconsin, adding treasured delegates to his narrow lead.
All across the country, people are standing up and saying it is time to turn the page. It is time to write a new chapter in American history.
Obama's latest win hacked away at Hillary Clinton's base, white women and lower income as well as less educated voters. In Wisconsin, Obama supporters gleefully watched the returns.
A lot of people spent a lot of time doing a lot of work for this campaign, and it paid off, and it's a great, great feeling.
While a Clinton volunteer said they were simply outspent.
Anybody who lived here in Wisconsin had to see, watched on TV, you've seen Barack Obama about every 5 minutes.
All this makes the March 4th races even more critical for Clinton. Neck and neck with Obama in Texas, according to polls, outpacing him in Ohio. Mrs. Clinton is hoping voters are still listening.
It is about picking a president who relies not just on words, but on work, on hard work.
Among Republicans, John McCain won again. And watch as he uses Hillary Clinton's own strategy against the candidate he believes he'll face in the fall.
I will fight every moment of every day in this campaign to make sure Americans are not deceived by an eloquent but empty call for change.
But before he does that, John McCain still has to finish off Mike Huckabee, who now says he will stay in the race until McCain gets enough delegates for nomination. In Washington, Marty Johnson, ABC News.
All right, thanks, Marty. Okay, he's known for some of the most famous developments on the Strip, but now casino mogul Steve Wynn could be staking claim in one of the city's most historic districts. Within the last year, public land records show that Wynn has bought more than 12 acres of land near Campbell and Alta. Now, folks who live there want to know what Steve Wynn has up his sleeve.
Asked for plans at the city, and they said none are available. They don't have anything yet.
This neighborhood is so unique. All these homes are zoned for ranch acreage, which means you can have horses, cows, whatever. And it's so close to everything.
It's near the old Scotch 80s area is what it's called there. So far, no site plans have been filed. City officials say the area is strictly zoned for residential use only right now. And Wynn is not commenting on his plans, but he's buying up the property there. Okay. 437 is where we're at right now. A fiery rescue caught on tape. Who would be brave enough to jump into an inferno to rescue someone in this? Wow. And the key piece of evidence in the murder of Breonna Dennison. Find out how the killer is taunting police with underwear. That's next when Action News Very Early Edition continues.
You're watching Channel 13 Action News Early Edition in high definition with Ron Futrell. Weather first with meteorologist Mike Chalinas and breaking news from the Action News Hall. Free gas, free car wash every morning on Action News.
Just watch fabulous Action News every morning from 5 to 7.
Every 15 minutes, we'll give away $100 in gas plus a fabulous free car wash.
It's the free gas giveaway from Fabulous Freddy's Car Wash and Action News.